Welcome back to the NBA Rundown. On today's show, we have what can best be described as a bit of absolutely shocking news. I was wondering if the water was actually tainted or something like that up in Denver, as Mike Malone, who just 2 years removed from winning an NBA title, a team that he currently has positioned in fourth place in the highly competitive Western Conference. 47-32 is the Nuggets record, and yes, they have lost 4 games in a row. But still, this is absolutely shocking news. Not only was Michael Malone fired, the general manager Calvin Booth is also gone. Reports out of Denver basically have that there was a wedge between Booth and Malone, and there was some egos and a lot of infighting. We don't yet know the true reason why the Denver Nuggets organization would go ahead and do this, especially with just, as I mentioned, 4 or 5 games to go in the regular season. A team that at this point is currently in the 4th spot and currently is securing a playoff spot. Now that could change quickly in the highly competitive Western Conference, as we all know, as Denver could actually find itself sliding all the way into a play-in game position. I'm not sure that's going to happen. There's still a lot of basketball left to be played. But let's just say this. For the Denver Nuggets organization, an organization that, quite frankly, had finally won a title, an organization that also has one of the, if not the best player in the world currently on its team in one Jokic, you really have to wonder what went wrong in Denver for them to actually make this move. I thought last week's firing of the Memphis Grizzlies head coach was bizarre. I think the firing of Michael Malone is even more bizarre. Once again, I'm wondering what is going on with the water up in Denver at this point. Is it tainted? Exactly why would the Denver Nuggets do this? I'd love to actually get your opinions and thoughts on this particular topic. Please go ahead and drop them in when you have a chance. Now, some quick thoughts on all of this sort of going down. Now, maybe the Denver Nuggets organization is flying a white flag at this point, because I think it's been pretty safe to say that their bench is certainly not going to be strong enough to actually withstand a deep Western Conference playoff run this year. I understand that. I still disagree with this decision. I think you give Michael Malone the justice that he's earned. He actually did help win a NBA title for your team, the only one, by the way, that you have up in Denver. This is an abomination, if you will, of this Denver Nuggets organization, which over the 10 years that Michael Malone has been there, has been a pretty well-run organization. For the team to actually go ahead and make this move at this point could be an indication that they were going to go ahead and fire Michael Malone anyways at the end of the season, and they simply just decided, we're just going to go ahead and wave the white flag now. We're not actually going to go on a deep Western Conference playoff run with the roster that we currently have in place. I absolutely hate that train of thought. I think you are in it to win it with the players that you have. I look back at that Los Angeles Laker victory in the bubble, and I think, there were a lot of journeymen on that team outside of course, Anthony Davis and LeBron James. You can actually take a team on a deep run with a lot of, if you will, journeymen on the team, especially when you have one of the best players, if not the best player in the world, in the Joker. Now, maybe there's something that was going on between Michael Malone and Jamal Murray, which is why Jamal Murray was actually sitting out the last couple games. I'm not sure what it is, but those conspiracy theorists that believe there was a gunman in the bush are probably in the process of writing up their conspiracy thoughts right about now. All right, go ahead and drop in your comments when you have a chance. Once again, Michael Malone, the head coach of the Denver Nuggets, is no more. Same can be said for Calvin Booth, the former general manager of the Denver Nuggets. For the NBA Rundown, I'm Dave DeBaugh, wishing you all a tremendous rest of your sports viewing day.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.